Alrighty. Are you ready to add our conclusion onto our jellyfish? So remember on Monday we drew a mind map, and so now you know to do the paper down lengthwise, not portrait. Up and down is portrait. This is called landscape. Make a big circle at the top for your topic sentence. Three circles that are big enough to write on, not these little tiny circles that you can't write anything in, and then a big circle at the bottom. And this is called a mind map, and it's an organization tool for your informative or informational writing. All right. Then what we did is that was the nice one that's done with a computer. We looked at our story, and this is your whole story for the week right here. And we picked out three facts that we found that were interesting. Our first one was about what jellyfish look like. Our second one had to do with how they have no brain or heart, and it causes them not to be able to swim or make decisions. So they're carried with the currents along in the ocean. Then our third fact was the fact that they use tiny mechanical cells that when they're touched, they release a chemical and they sting. So then what we did was I gave you four topic sentences and you chose one. You put it in the top. Then we did not write sentences in here. What we did is we just took a fact and wrote down all the things that we could think of that we would use in a sentence. Then you copied this. So you have all of this in your mind map now. And then today, what we have to do is we have to put that bottom bun on. We have to say, okay, we're done for the day. We're done with this paragraph. And how do we close it up? All right. Because if you leave this off, everything just falls out. So now what I've done is I have already written some conclusions for you. And I have written them with a transition word at the beginning and then written a way to close up our paragraph. So we're talking about how there's these little creatures floating around in the ocean. And I wrote, all in all, jellyfish are fascinating little creatures. Now they're fascinating because they have no brain or heart. The simple fact that they use mechanical cells to shoot poison or chemicals to sting is really unusual. And the fact that they're like bell shaped and they're made out of they're primarily made out of water. Then my next one is to sum it up. Jellyfish are certainly unusual creatures. Unusual, fascinating, unique. That all means that they're not like other things because really, what other creatures don't have brains or hearts? That's pretty interesting. No blood. That's really fascinating. All right. And then clearly, these small animals that live in the oceans are unique and interesting. Or the last conclusion sentence could be jellyfish are one of the special little animals found in the seas and oceans on Earth. Jellyfish are one of the special little animals found in the seas and oceans on Earth. Now, I've written those because this is the topic sentence and the conclusion are one of the hardest things to do. So your job today now is to go to your mind map, go back to your mind map, which looks like this. So it's hand drawn. You have a topic sentence, you have a fact, a fact with details. And now what you're doing is you're writing a conclusion in. Now, some of the higher writers might go, you know what? I want to try my own conclusion. That's okay as long as it wraps it up and it's not another fact. You're wrapping things up. You are tying it up. And really what you're doing is you're just restating or saying the topic sentence a different way so that it's not exactly the same as the topic sentence. You're taking some of the same words and using them. All right. So then what you'll do is you will write it in your bottom circle right here, and we'll have the paragraph ready to write tomorrow. All righty. So you got it? All right. So what I want you to do now is to pause this video and I will be done. I will stop this video in just a few minutes, but you pause it right in a second and you are going to pick one of these, maybe read them again, and then pick the one that you like the best that goes the best with your topic sentence. All right? So pause the video now and I will talk to you tomorrow. And this is it for writing. So we're doing it together right now so that you feel more comfortable, and it kind of takes off all that having to do things and maybe you don't really not sure of how to do these yet. All right? So pause it now and I'll talk to you tomorrow.